What's up, guys? My name is Chaotic, back at you guys with a little one today. Coming at you guys with another substance review about 3FL PCP. So this is 3-fluoryl PCP. And this one is most similar to more like ketamine, more like DCK, in terms of not really feeling like you're manic. It's more downer, you know? And it's a lot more of like a ketamine high than a PCP high. So let me get into this video, man. And I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay of Modern Warfare 2. I was playing realism difficulty, so this shit is some realistic shit. And yeah, enjoy the visuals, man. So yeah, let's get started on this shit. 3FL PCP, I've only gotten I think once from this vendor, but I do remember the effects very well, and I would get it again if I could. But unfortunately, this vendor never got it again, so I was like, fuck it, I don't really care too much about it. I'd rather just get ketamine anyway. I love ketamine. It doesn't really take much to, satisfy my dissociative highs, There's a lot of drugs that can do that. Nitrous, for instance. You can just satisfy it that way. That's the easiest, most available dissociative high out there. Next to DXM. DXM would be a lot stronger, though. DXM is very, very, very potent. And when you use it to get high, very strong drug. Actually, you'd be surprised. You take 300 milligram caps on empty stomach, buddy, you're in a fucking trip for 6 hours. Like a whole 6 hours of tripping. It's just crazy, man. And the feelings you get while you're on it is just really weird. Like you feel like you're talking normal, but you don't feel like you're normal, and you feel like the sense of weirdness. Dissociatives like really bring out the awkwardness of like interaction. It's kind of interesting, but at the same time, it's a hallucinogen. So at the same time, everything looks really warped. Everything looks warped when you're on dissociatives. It looks really distorted. Yeah, distortions. There's more distortions. Everything looks so just whack. It looks so out of whack. It's just crazy. It's fun actually to see what your vision looks like sometimes on it. Like sometimes you'll have enough hallucination where there's like water. I don't know, no, not like a water, like the flow of water, like almost like things are melting. It's like a waterfall. I call it the waterfall effect because this hallucination I've had more than once, and every time I've had it, it's on a dissociative. Where you just look off in the distance and then you just see your vision like Loki waterfall. I don't know how to describe it. It just keeps falling. Like, it's just really weird. I don't know. It's bizarre. It's like your eyes can't stay straight or something. And your vision keeps just looking, like, keeps like gazing into the abyss of like this weird hallucination where you see everything just kind of melt. Everything just looks like a pastel, kind of like a waterboard color. It's really weird. And 3FL PCP was no different. This still gave that effect. Everything looked brighter. Actually, it looked actually darker. My vision was like dark and bright at certain points, and then a little darker. It was like almost dull, It was like what ketamine would do to you, where it kind of shuts your vision off. In a way, it's kind of interesting. It kind of tranquilizes. That must be the tranquilizer part of the effects of that, side effect of dissociatives. So this one was no different in that aspect. And I really enjoyed this shit, man, because 3FL PCP versus 3CL PCP 3HO, it wasn't as potent as 3HO PCP. It was more potent than 3CL PCP, though. 3MO PCP, more potent than that. 3MO PCP felt a lot lighter than that, But interesting. Yeah, 3MO PCP had a higher dosage for me as well. Higher dosage profile. This had a lower, like around 10 milligrams, you could feel something. So that's how I know there's some good stuff. 10 to 15 milligrams, you'd be feeling definitely freaking dissociated. Fun high, man. But anyways, so 3FL PCP, I think I would rate this 9 out of 10. This one, I would definitely get again. If you ever tried it before, I'm sure you've got it again. But unfortunately, I've never got it again. But I did use it more than once. I didn't just do it one day only, I had it for a bit, So I got my tests, out done for that stuff, for that substance. So I don't really care to get it again. I would rather get some 2FDCK. Haven't tried that before, but that's gonna be the next on my list. I think I can get that. I think I'm eyeballing that right now. About to get some pyrazolam bromazepam solution. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video about reviewing that substance next. And yeah. So 3FL PCP, very, very fun. Now, it's pretty social. I would say it's pretty nice and happy inducing. It's not too hard on you. I think the side effects are a lot less compared to 3HO PCP, which is like the most similar to this, as well as DCK, in where like it hits you really hard, and it's right up there with the potency, definitely. It's also known as 3F PCP. So if you see 3F PCP, it's also the same as that. It's just a different abbreviation, 3FL, 3F. Some people use the L, some people don't. But it means floral. Don't matter which way you say it. So 4-fluoro, or actually no, shit, that's the wrong chemical. I was thinking, actually, I have the chance to get 4FMA again. I tried that before. I actually haven't done a review about that, but that shit was the craziest roll of my life. But anyways, I got to make a video about that. That substance, that stimulant. Anyways, so I forgot what I was saying. I was saying 3FL PCP. Yeah, I didn't mean to say 4 though. So 3-fluoro PCP is the whole name of this substance, and this stuff is really nice, man. Cause I would say I would rate it. Actually, I'm gonna change it a little bit. I'll get it a 9.5 out of 10 because, fucking man, I'm not trying to be too mean on a substance. I haven't tried it that often, but I definitely can tell that stuff has potential to be a nice party drug. It calms you down, doesn't leave you too manic. Probably no mania that I could see, at least from the first dose. I'm sure any dissociative would do mania. I'm sure it would induce mania over time. So keep that in mind. You don't want to abuse any dissociative for too long. Very bad idea, my friend. But yeah, so 3F PCP is fucking fun, man. If you could ever get that shit, man, I think you would like it, man. So yeah. I got high as fuck on this shit at my house, man. And it like 10 to 15, 20 milligrams of this stuff down a hatch. And that stuff, boom. I mean, it felt like a ketamine high with it felt like ketamine mixed with 3HO PCP. I felt like it felt like, I mean, it's really hard to know. If you didn't know what this chemical was, man, you'd probably think it was, I'm trying to think. I guess by now I would know it's some analog of PCP, because I guess by now I would know it's 3FL PCP because it has a distinct change in effect between 3HO PCP. So if it was 3HO PCP, for instance, I wouldn't need as much of a dosage and it would hit me a lot harder and feel like kind of like an opiate and a benzo at the same time. That's what 3HO PCP feels like. So this feels a little step down. It feels like a step down from that, but at the same time, just as potent. So it's actually kind of interesting. But at the same time, you could tell it's not as potent, like in terms of body high. It does not leave you like holding easily, but you could definitely hold on the substance. So this is one you can hold on. 3HO PCP is another. Ketamine, because it's most similar to ketamine, yes, it can tranquilize you. So it is most similar to those highs. Like if you could picture ketamine and 3HO PCP mixed together, and a little step down from like obviously the potency of that would be where this is like in the ballpark of where it kind of like lies. So it's a good chemical. It's good to research, and I think it's fairly safer on your body than 3HO PCP. Just as potent, and like in terms of like effects, like lasting, it's just as potent. Meaning that you will get high from this no matter what, but you won't get as high as 3HO PCP because that's way more potent in milligrams. So I'm talking about like in effects. It's potent in effects. It's just as potent in effects as 3HO PCP if you're trying to just research this by yourself. Yes, it would be worth your time. It would. So, yeah, man. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, too. And stay high, stay lifted, and peace out till next time.